If you're looking for custom-made curtains and blinds, get yourself down to the Curtain Shop. Visit our showrooms at Kingsway Ossett or High Street Normanton. For all your curtains, blinds and upholstery needs, go to the Curtain Shop. And if you mention Smile Radio, you'll qualify for free lining for all custom-made curtains. The Curtain Shop, Kingsway Ossett and High Street Normanton. The Curtain Shop.
We got more hits for you, so stay tuned.
Smile Radio, the home of the best independent rock, pop, alternative, and new music alerts.
Holy e-by gum, lads! Holy superb indie music variety! Oh, but hang on. No, wait a minute. This is the Ritchie J Show! Holy Yorkshire Puds! And I'm indie recording artist Jerry Hall, coming live at you from Wakefield, Yorkshire, England, on Smile Radio. And we're set to go with some of the most superb and diverse independent music from across the globe. Holy God's culture and cowpats! Holy teabags and crumpets! Holy blimminack, and let's get on with it. So without further ado, here's your host of the show, Mr. Ritchie J.
Thank you. You are way far too kind. It is Tuesday here at Smile Radio, and welcome to the Ritchie J Show with me, Ritchie J, here till 3 o'clock this afternoon. Or if you're listening back on demand, I'm here for the next couple of hours, basically, just to talk some, spank and, give you some trivia, some factoids, and play some awesome music. Not only that, we've got a featured artist for you today as well, because it's the year of the featured artist here at Smile Radio. Now, if you're listening in for the first time, let me explain a little bit about this. Smile Radio is the home of the best independent Britpop rock alternative music, and this year, because we're kind of heading up to the end of our first year, it's quickly creeping up upon us, July 1st, I know we're only in the approaching parts of March, but yeah, it's not long to go, but yeah, because of that, we're all about independent new music and fantastic independent artists from all over the world. And we have submissions coming in every day, and I'm not kidding you. And I absolutely love listening to as much of the music as I can because, there's only so much you can listen to in 24 hours. But so this year we decided that we want to feature these artists a little bit more. So we've got website articles going out. We've also got, featured artist of the day going out on social media, Instagram, just to promote all of these independent artists this year and just give them a little bit of a shout out. So, if you want to be one of those, get in contact with me. It's Ritchie, RITCHIE .Johnston, JOHNSTON at smileradio.co. So yeah, check that one out. I've got to give a gig shout out a little bit later on in the show because I've been speaking to Josh from Lifeless Culture, local band to us. They got some new tracks dropping out very, very soon, and I'll be bringing it up very shortly in the show. So yeah, without further ado, let's kick off with some music. Today, kicking off with the list today, it's complicated. Not lying. It's Complicated, and this is by Ricky Norman from the album 35. Rocking it out now with Ritchie J. It's Tuesday. Got your eclectic mix in the fix now, right here for the next couple of hours, only on Smile Radio.
Why is it so hard to tread the water? Why am I always wondering if what I'm doing's right? If I'm pushing my life in the right direction? Always questioning my intentions. What if I'm doing it right? What if I'm doing it right? It's complicated. It's complicated. Knowing how to live your life, knowing how to make out what's right. It's complicated. It's complicated. Knowing how to live your life, knowing how to make out what's right. Never make a permanent decision on a temporary feeling, but this feeling, it seems to keep staying. So how long are we talking about when we are saying temporary? Is it like a month or like a week? Is it half a year because it's making me so sick? Is it like 10 days time? Tell me, how do I find out? It's complicated. It's complicated. Knowing how to live your life. Knowing how to make out what's right. It's complicated. It's complicated. Knowing how to live your life. Knowing how to make out what's right. A permanent decision on a temporary feeling might disappear when you start breathing again. When you start breathing again. When you start living again. When you wake up and remember all the good things. How do you know it's right? How do you know it's right? Give it time, give it time. How much time is give it time? Is it half a year or what? Someone tell me that it's time. Give it time, give it time. How much time is give it time? Is it half a year or what? Someone tell me that it's time. It's complicated. Knowing how to live your life. Knowing how to make out what's right. It's complicated. It's complicated. Knowing how to make out what's right. Knowing how to live your life.
It's Complicated by Ricky Norman, kicking off today's Ritchie J show there. Straight off, it's a great little song, was that? Nice, easy listening, a little bit of soul in there, you know, I feel that one. You know, it's one of them songs that you proper feel with the beat and well put together there with the music and such. Anyway, welcome to the Ritchie J show here on Smile Radio, home of the best independent featured artists of 2019. If you want to get in the mix of a bit and be a featured artist, get in contact with us, let us know. Also, we've got some absolutely bang tidy shows in the mix here at Smile Radio as well. So, you know, don't forget, you've got myself Mondays to Wednesdays 1 till 3, Rich and Chris on the Fridays 4 till 6, the Codfather 1 till 2 on a Friday afternoon, and the Nathan Down show, who was here Monday night. What night are we on? We're on Tuesday. So yeah, he was here last night. I can't even remember what day of the week it was, but yeah, he was here last night on the air. He gave a great show. You can catch all of these shows on demand, by the way. They're available via Podbean, Spotify, iTunes, our own website www.smileradio.co, where you can catch the last 5 episodes on demand. But yeah, if you're a smart user or you use Spotify, you can check us out on there as well. So yeah, how are you doing today? Drop me a message, let me know, at Smile Radio Yorkshire on Facebook, at Smile Radio 3 on Twitter and Instagram. I'm checking both out throughout the day. So yeah, if you've got any messages or any shout outs you'd like to make, you know, get involved in the mix. I've been getting my little man Jake to do some little video messages for me the last few days, like while I've been walking him to school, because he's absolutely fascinated with the camera on my phone. That kid is so vain. Honestly, there is going to be a song written about him, I'm telling you. But yeah, I go through my phone and there's about 1,000,001 selfies of him pulling all these different faces, and he absolutely loves it. Like yesterday, he done a video where he charged at me, and yeah, he headbutted the camera, and to him that is the most hilarious thing that he has ever seen and done. And yeah, he loves it. So on the way to school now, so we can get him to school, I get the video camera out. It's like, right, do me a promo for my show. And he'll be like, check out the Ritchie J show. Oh, I don't know what I'm supposed to say. And he knows what he's supposed to say. He's a proper... Honestly, that kid is a proper diva in the making. I'm telling you, he's going to be, you know, I'm not a stage parent or anything, but yeah, he's going to be the one, like, you know, if he wants to go for it. God help us all, eh? Anyway, so yeah, getting a mix today at Smile Radio Yorkshire on Facebook. Anyway, yeah, more music now with Robot Nature. This is All My Life. Right here for you now. This is the Ritchie J Show. It's Tuesday on Smile Radio.
Right now, if I could open up my mind right now, I'd fly my thoughts right through your head. And I don't know where they come from. If you could see inside of me all my life, this feeling takes me all my life. It's always been like this all my life. These things I can't control. You and I, lighting up the night. Somehow I'm losing faith in memories. Somehow we're here where we're supposed to be. And I don't care how we got here. All we know is now we're free. All my life, this feeling takes me.
All My Life there by Robot Nature. Welcome back to the show. Right, I've got to give a big shout out now to Josh Simpson of Lifeless Culture. Lifeless Culture will be performing at a gig at the Counting House in Wakefield at the top of Westgate this Thursday, the 28th of February. It's with their friends Hook and Gun. So yeah, if you're out and about in Wakey on Thursday night, get yourself down there, somewhere to go, you know, somewhere for some live music, support the indie music scene. And I should have a new track by Lifeless Culture that I'll be able to drop into the mix for you tomorrow. So if you've never heard them before, you'll be able to check them out here on Smile Radio. Of course, you can also check them out on SoundCloud. I believe they're also on Spotify. You know, another great, fantastic indie artist to check out right there. And they're performing live. So, you know, gig alert. There you go. Do them a little bit for the music community as well. So if you've got a gig coming up, let me know. Drop me a message at Smile Radio Yorkshire. We will give it a shout out on air and let people know where you're performing at. So, we don't just broadcast in one area, we broadcast globally. The beauty of online radio and having your own app is that you can broadcast all over the world, and you can catch Smile Radio anywhere, anytime, and on demand as well when you need to. So if you miss this show or you miss any of the great shows, you can always catch them again on demand. So yeah, we've got some great factoids coming up in hour 2 of today's show. We've got 2 featured artists for today. Well, we've got 1 featured artist, but we've got another track from a previous featured artist in the mix as well this show. So yeah, I'm liking to put a little bit of double info in this week, because we've built up a little bit of a database now of these featured artists over the last nearly 60 days of doing them. So different featured artists over 60 days and that. So there's a lot of artists that you can check out. www.smileradio.co/featured artists. Our focus this year is to obviously support the indie scene as much as we can and showcase these brilliant, unique, individual musicians and just creative people from around the world. So yeah, right, we're gonna have a bit more music coming up because I've got loads to get through in the music terms today. Because I action-packed my playlist last night. What I usually do is once Jake goes to bed, there's a little bit where Danny goes up and sits with him while they're watching YouTube and stuff in the meantime, and I'll do my playlist and stuff, and I'll listen to the tracks and get it all sorted out. And before I knew it, I'd cram-packed this playlist full of music. So yeah, best get into the next one. This is Already in Love, and this is by Lid.
She's on drugs. I asked her, what are you smoking on? She told me peace and love. Soon as she said it, I knew it. She was the one for me. I'm walking around like I'm tripping. I gotta find me a ring. I'm already in love. I'm already in love. Baby, I'm already in love. I never thought I'd be the type to fall in love with a girl at first sight. She sucked me in, felt so right. Something I'll never forget. It was a hell of a night. We danced, we drank, we smoked and got out. Shared cigarettes while we talked about life. I'm falling for girls, but it wasn't the same. Don't even know her name. I'm already in love. I'm already in love. Baby, I'm already in love. The lights were flashing, the music was blasting, everybody was on getting groovy. All around was commotion, but we were slow motion. It felt like we were in a movie. We found new places to hide out, so none of our friends could see us make out. Before I took her home, I said, girl, tell me now, if you got a man, I gotta take out. 'Cause I'm already in love. I'm already in love. Baby, I'm already in love. I'm already in
Already in Love, and that was by Lid. There you go. I'm proper mixing it up today. I thought I'd put a little bit of indie pop, but there's a little bit of indie hip hop there as well. Like a nice chill hip hop beat there. Proper like that one. You can see that one being in the charts at some point. A great little track that. Anyway, welcome to again the Ritchie J Show here on Smile Radio, home of the best new music and independent artists, featured news, and everything like that. You can catch other great shows here at Smile Radio, like the Rich and Chris Show on the drive time, the new music food truck on a Saturday afternoon, 12 to 1 p.m, straight in from the US. And on the US note, on a Friday after Rich and Chris, Colonel Bacchus is here from the US, bringing in the best beats, dubstep, alternative rock. He's got a very eclectic show like myself, but he is the US equivalent. That I've nicknamed him the Tennessee Terror because he's coming hot and fresh straight out of Tennessee. And yeah, lots more great shows coming on Smile Radio and that. So yeah, get involved in the mix. Hit us up on Facebook at Smile Radio Yorkshire. Hit us up on Twitter at Smile Radio 3. Same on Instagram. You know, get involved. If you've got your own recording equipment and you fancy doing your own little show or you want your own little podcast, get in contact with us and see what we can do about getting you some airtime here on Smile Radio. Not only that, we've also got a promo this year for independent musicians. So if you want to record a little 30-second promo, as long as you drop Smile Radio into the mention mix, you can into the promo. You know, we'll give you that space for free. Here's a sample of a couple.
Hey guys, this is Nick from Not Your Heroes. You can check me out at notyourheroesofficial.net, and you can also listen to me on Spotify and Apple Music. And of course, you are listening to the one and only Smile Radio.
That's right. That's yeah. Let's see, we've got plenty of these coming in. We've got some absolutely great ones. Here's another one for you.
Hey, this is Joey from Revan and Joey, and you're listening to our single Feelin' 22 right here on Smile Radio. You can also find us on our Bandcamp website, revanandjoey.bandcamp.com, along with Apple, Spotify, iTunes, you name it. We're everywhere. So be sure to check us out. Thanks for listening.
And all you got to do is just send me that promo, and yeah, we'll make sure it gets on air. You know, if you send us some tracks as well, we'll get it into the mix, and yeah, you can check out all these great songs. They are in rotation when we're not like got live shows on air, because you know that does happen. As much as we're 24/7, we try and keep the music fresh 24/7, and there is always somebody monitoring the station and that. But yeah, anyway, this is my little man Jake today doing his little promo for Small Radio.
Tune in to the Ritchie J Show live on 1 p.m. on Smile Radio.
Yeah, my little man Jakey. I'm so proud of him. You know, I can't believe he's actually 4 this weekend. Yeah, this weekend. 4 years ago. Well, not quite yet, but 4 years ago on Saturday at 3 a.m. in the morning, I'll be running around like a headless chicken trying to figure out, making the politest call to the ER as possible. Like, yes, hello, my girlfriend has gone into labour and I believe her waters have broken. And she always rips me for that because, you know, I always try and be polite on the phone even in a crisis, but I did pregnancy story here for you. While she was in labour, and at one point we thought we was going to have to deliver him at home, and like obviously that's instantly set my stress levels off to 10, and I'm flapping around getting towels and everything like that ready. And yeah, they're like, the paramedics on the phone, like, you just got to tell her she's doing a great job. And I'm like, you're doing a great job. And they're like, you got to tell her she's doing a great job. And she's like, I'm like, you're doing a great job. And they're like, no, you need to tell her I'm like, listen, I've just told her 3 times she's doing a great job. And there's Danny like screaming in agony as she's like pushing out this baby, me not knowing what to do. And then not 1 paramedic turns up, not 2 paramedics turn up, but 3 paramedics turn up, all in the area taking the call. I think they was at the McDonald's, because we lived at the top of the road. There was a McDonald's and that, and yeah, they turned up, and our stuff ended up going in one ambulance, and she ended up going in the other with me. And yeah, I had to grab all the stuff out of the ambulance and chase them behind while they rushed her into the room. And it was just like 10 minutes and he was out. It didn't even feel like that. And yeah, you know, 4 years later, here we are, and here he is arguing with me about just the trivial stuff, you know, getting more and more inquisitive every day, hogging up all the Xbox and stuff, you know. But he loves his outside. We're getting him outside this afternoon. We're going to have him doing a bit of gardening, because, yeah, I've got to get him doing some gardening this year, because I can't be bothered to do it, you know. So, yeah, more music now on the Ritchie J Show after a little bit of reminiscence there. This one is Beeliner by Phil and the Ossifers.
Down through the thicket of a crowd, thicket of a crowd.
Beeliner by Phil and the Ossifers. It's a nice chill track there, especially after having a moment of reminiscing about good times there, you know. It's one of them sort of tunes that you can listen to while having good times, I think. It's definitely a beer in the sunshine song, that one, you know what I mean? So yeah, welcome. It's the Ritchie J Show if you're just tuning in. I've been saying that every sort of song. I've just realised every time I come in, it's like, welcome, it's the Ritchie J Show. Well, yeah. Good day, mate. Welcome to the Ritchie J Show on Smile Radio, yeah? Right, over the next hour and a half now, we've got some great more new music coming up, and we've got a couple of featured artists to shout out this afternoon here on the show. As well as that, we've got our Crackdoid Factoids coming up very, very shortly. We've got 18 of those today. I'll be letting that out in a bit. But if you get down to the Facebook, you'll be able to find out in advance what the Crackdoid Factoids are of today anyway. So, yeah. If you're listening in now, don't forget, coming up at 3 o'clock is the Britpop Brigade with old Farnsey Kensington. That douche with the oosh, he's going to be bringing in some of the music for you from the best of British. So, you know, independent and music that you can sing along to and that you know. We've got some absolute pearlers in his playlist today. He does play good music, it's just that his voice does my head in. Here's a sample of it.
Ah, yes, England, known for many things.
Yes, you know, fish, chips, cup of tea, bad food, worse weather, Merry Poppins, London.
Well, I say, old chap, well, let us prove you wrong here at Smile Radio, home of the best Britpop from all of the UK. You can catch it now between 3 and 4 p.m. every weekday here on Smile Radio, home of the Britpop Brigade. What-o, party on, dude.
Yeah, catch Farnsey at 3 o'clock. 4 o'clock you can catch Rich Harrison with The Drive Time. Right, have a bit more music now. This is Husky Loops and 20 Blanks.
Why do you want 20 more? All of my words you ignore. And even if you wrote this song, you still won't understand it. but you won't let it. Get it.
Blanks there by Husky Loops. That was a great little track, right? I absolutely love that one, you know. Yeah, again, a great little like uplifting playlist today, I think. You know, everything's been an uplifter. The sun is absolutely glorious out there at the moment. You know, it's not quite warm enough for me to be out in my shorts and vest up or anything. Not that I ever actually wear anything like that anyway, because that's kind of not my bag, baby. But yeah, you know, the weather is actually quite nice. So it's nice to see the sun out and the sky is clear of clouds. Warmest day in February yesterday, apparently. So, you know, warmest February on record. I mean, my mum, she shared a post on Facebook yesterday, and it was quite funny because it was this time last year when we had the beast from the east upon us, and it was just a white landscape of thick snow and dense bad weather. And then this year, it's clear blue skies and sunshine. Crazy times we live in, you know. It's the global whammon for you, isn't it? You know. Anyway, all right, we're gonna have a bit more music, and then we're gonna come back with we're gonna have a double play now. In fact, it's the Ritchie J double play time. We're gonna have some Moorish, followed by some Nathan Day. First one on the list is Bones, followed by Vertigo. So yeah, rock out now. Double play, Ritchie J here on Smile Radio. Don't forget, if you want to drop a request in for 5 o'clock, get it in www.smileradio.co. Rich Harrison will make sure it gets into the mix for 5 p.m. for you. If you can't find it on there, drop us a message at Smile Radio Yorkshire or contact us via the website, and we will make sure that the song you are looking for gets into the system. But before I go to the music, here's a word from one of our sponsors, and grab yourself a discount just by listening to this advert.
If you're looking for custom-made curtains and blinds, get yourself down to the Curtain Shop. Visit our showrooms at Kingsway Ossett or High Street Normanton. For all your curtains, blinds and upholstery needs, go to the Curtain Shop. And if you mention Smile Radio, you'll qualify for free lining for all custom-made curtains. The Curtain Shop, Kingsway Ossett and High Street Normanton. The Curtain Shop.
And now it's time for
the music you love right here, right now.
never gonna stop the merry-go-round. Trying like vertigo. I found you're never gonna stop the merry-go-round. Trying like vertigo.
There you go, there's your double play there with The Warish kicking it off with Bones and Vertigo by Nathan Day. See, I like to mix it up a little bit, you know, you didn't see that coming, did you? We had a little bit of rock and then we had a nice little bit of indie pop, you know, because that's what the Ritchie J show's all about, the eclectic madness that is me. I guess that's just my taste in music. I love it. I just love different styles of music and that, and it's always sort of been like what sort of driven me when I've been doing radio. And you know, it's been over a year now since I've been in the radio business. I've been in the radio business nearly 2 years now. Can you believe that? 2 years. So I've done over 100 shows at least, but I can't remember half of them. You know, I can remember all the good ones here at Smile, obviously, but everything before that, nah, it's just all a blur. You know, it's one of these. It's all become blurry. So yeah, the next artist on the list today is has been one of Smile Radio's featured artists this 2019. She's pretty active in the live community. She does quite a few live gigs and that, and she's been really busy in the studio. She released 2 singles very recently. The first one was Yesterday, which was the one that we did the featured artist spot, and this one is called Whole of Me, and this is by Natalie Shea. Now, if you want to find out more about the featured artist here on Smile Radio, www.smileradio.co/featured artists, and yeah, be a featured artist this 2019, and just check out the website to find out how. This is her second single this year, Whole of Me.
Love will burn like fire, so sit and watch me burn. Burned by my desire, a lesson I won't learn. And I swear you've got that one thing, and it's killing me inside. That the more that I will take things, the more you'll want to hide. So don't be a stranger, and you never wanted what I could see. And don't leave me hopeless, but you never wanted the whole of me. So you want my body, and I'll give it you for now. But you know the way that breaks me, just like having you around. And you know I wish I'd want you, and that you'd call me mine, while I'm in awe, you own me. You're always on my mind. So don't be a stranger, and you never wanted what I could see. And don't leave me hopeless, but you never wanted the whole of me. You never wanted all of me. You only want what you can see.
What a great little raw acoustic track that was. That was Whole of Me by Natalie Shea. You know, check her out on Spotify, follow her on Facebook. Again, featured artist this year on Smile Radio. If you want to find out more about the featured artist, obviously look them up, www.smileradio.co/featured artist. Now, we've got one more song to go, and then we've got today's featured artist on the list, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about them coming up. They was kindly submitted to us via Pluggin Baby. So yeah, go check out that Facebook page, because, you know, she posts some great bands on there, and, you know, she's got some great bands on a Spotify playlist as well. So yeah, go check that out. I'm going to talk about that after this next one. This is Flesh Panthers and Sway.
Heaven, hallelujah, baby. I'm sorry I broke the chain. It was all in vain. 'Cause now you're alone.
Flesh Panthers and Sway. What a great little track, you know, to follow up Natalie Shea there. Again, a nice little acoustic blend there, you know. So we're coming up to 1:45, so the end of the first hour is almost upon us. Can't believe this already. Time does fly when you're having fun, and I always have fun doing a Ritchie J show because I love it. I just love the new selection of music that I get to listen to every day. That I do the show, obviously, because, you know, I'm only here Monday to Wednesdays. But don't forget, Wednesday nights, I am back live in the studio for the late night lineup here at Smile Radio. So, yeah, don't forget about this one.
Tune in Wednesday nights for the Game Boys of Smile Radio from 9 p.m, bringing the Scenario Game, the best undiscovered alternative rock music, and a little bit of banter about gaming. Tune in Wednesday nights 9 p.m. on Smile Radio.
Yeah, boy! Yeah, don't forget to check out the Game Boys Wednesday night. Back this week, we're doing the multiverse this week. That's our big topic of discussion, the multiverse, you know, alternate versions of reality that, you know, are slightly different to our own. The reason that we're doing it is I'm actually doing a comic book at the moment for the Game Boys. It's a little side project I do. I like to doodle on that, and I've kind of got a story together for the Game Boys, and we based it off of the Stuck in Time episode, and you can catch that on demand. It's actually on Spotify right now, so have a look at that. The Game Boys, GAMEBOYZ. Of Smile Get Stuck in Time. Check that one out, and yeah, it's basically going to be the premise to volume 1 of a comic book series that we're working on. I might even release a couple of pages out later on the Smile Radio page, just to sort of show you what I was talking about. So yeah, you can see that I'm not like, he's just talking about doing some random sketches and stuff. It's not Stick Man, I promise you. It's more of a round circle man with sausage arms. You know, that's the style I go for. Anyway, it's time for one of those messages from one of those brilliant independent artists out there.
Hey, this is Michael from the Finite Beings, and you can catch our single Spirit Driven right here on Smile Radio or at thefinitebeings.com.
Yes, there you go. There's a bit more from one of our independent artists there that has kindly sent us in a little 30-second promo as to where you can listen to their music. And you can do that. It's absolutely free of charge. It doesn't cost you a penny. So yeah, get involved in the mix and have a look at that. Now, on to today's featured independent artist here at Smile Radio. This one kindly sent to us via Pluggin Baby. Emma Scott of Pluggin Baby has sent this one in. This is Dead at 27. So here we go. There's a little bit of info about the band. Of course, you can sort of have a look at them on our website, www.smileradio.co/featured artists. I've popped a little YouTube video. There's some links to Spotify, everything like that, where you can follow them. Now, Tuesday we come back home because yesterday we went to the USA. Today we're back in the UK with today's featured artists, rocking all the way from Cardiff. In fact, they are prominent in the live music scene and have a fantastic library of alternative rock music to boot. These guys are Dead at 27. Now, they formed in October 2016, by frontman Nathan Grattan-Smith and bassist Mitch Casey. Two-man project quickly proceeded to become a trio when drummer Chris Lerwell joined the lineup, and the first EP was produced in spring of 2017. That same summer, Dave Griffiths joined the band to complete the lineup, and the sound transformed from raw honest rock to a behemoth that cannot be tamed. I love that, a behemoth that cannot be tamed. And I have heard tracks from Dead at 27 in the past, and I've got to say, they are a fantastic band, so yeah. Now, here's where they're at over the next few weeks. On March 23rd, you can catch them at the Fuel Rock Club in Cardiff. On April 26th, they're at the Doll's House in Abertillery. And on June 9th, they're at Glaston Selfie Festival in Caerphilly. And you can follow them on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and also give them a follow on Spotify. So yeah, submitted thanks to Pluggin Baby, www.plugginbaby.com. You can now catch Dead at 27 and the latest track, Lights, now playing on Smile Radio, which is what I'm going to play for you right now. So here's today's featured artist. This is Dead at 27 and the song Lights. Rock out now. It's Ritchie J on Smile Radio.
So burning way too dim, but they were bright enough and I can see the shape of him. Oh, hold on.
Yeah, get some hard rock down your neck, innit? Yeah, there you go. That's the best I could do for a northern accent, but yeah, get some hard rock down your neck. That was today's featured artist there, Dead at 27. Great little alternative rock band there, you know, and yeah, Lights, their latest release. You can check again all of these fantastic artists that I'm playing here today on Spotify, iTunes, Amazon Music, Google Play, all great music listening sites. Check out some of these fantastic independent artists. Now, just think of it this way. If you're on a monthly membership like you are with Spotify, just taking a couple of minutes a day to listen to one new independent song, you will help these artists significantly, you know, and it's something different as opposed to the same old music mix every day. I make it my own personal mission here. Obviously, I listen to over 25 or so songs in a 2-hour slot, but I always try and listen to something different every day, which I can put into the playlist for the show, because that's what it's all about. And sometimes it is a bit of a challenge because you've got to try and catch the new releases and that, but you know, I'm looking through the older stuff that's, you know, not been circulated and stuff, and you know, I found some absolute pearlers out there that, you know, we caught on before I got into radio and that, so you know, I'm creeping old ones in there as well as new ones as well. So yeah, it's all about the best independent music from around the world. It doesn't matter the age, you know what they say, the older the berry, the sweeter the juice. You know, one of these, isn't it? You know, so yeah. Right, have some more music before we get into these Crackdoid Factoids. And yeah, we're going to have another little Smile Radio message. This one is from the Colonel Bacchus Show.
About 5,000 years ago, Alfred Fossil, a mild-mannered, over-the-hill club DJ, walked into Smile Radio via digital email abomination. He arrived shoeless and toothless from the redneck hills of bloody Tennessee, USA, with plans of delivering more diversity to the Smile musical configurations. Punk rock, mashup, house remixes, and dubstep are his weapons of choice. But his ultimate weapon he unleashes weekly at the beginning of his show, which is a parody of ridiculousness and disgrace rarely heard on airwaves anywhere about the globe. So if you're tired of listening to hip, cool music and their uppity, city-fied ways, but just want to be shocked back into reality, check out Colonel Bacchus Radio, Fridays at 6 p.m., right here on Fish and Chips Happy Smile Radio.
Yeah, catch the Colonel on Friday nights here at Smile Radio, one of our newest shows to the mix, and yeah, great show, I've got to say, you know, check it out. His parody songs are, you know, great. He is our own little Weird Al Yankovic. That's all I've got to say about it. So check it out on Friday night from 6 p.m. Right, next up on the mix this afternoon on the Ritchie J Show is Sugar Tape, and this is something new. Secret That Lies Behind. That one was The Gear. Before that was Something New by Sugar Tape. Now, The Gear, you can actually catch them on Smile Radio as well. They're already in the mix. I've been talking to Kenny, who runs The Gear. Great chap to talk to and that. You know, he sent us the track over, The Secret That Lies Behind. It is actually in the unsigned mix here at Smile Radio. So, you know, check out these great songs that are available. They're also available on Spotify, and you can catch the unsigned playlists 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. every weekday here on Smile Radio, the home of the best independent new music, talk, chat shows, sports shows. On that night, Wednesday night, come down for Connor and Zoe's Wednesday kickabout here at Smile Radio. They're going on from 7:30 till 9 p.m. I believe. Or 1:45. I'm going to just confirm the time in the next by tomorrow, obviously. But yeah, get your sports fix. And then on Thursday nights, tune in for TC Talks, where, you know, it's all serious talks and he tackles the subjects that matter. It's Tom Crawford Fitzsimmons. Now, if you've missed any of those shows, catch them again on demand, Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, and all great podcasting sites. Now, we've gone into hour 2. It's time for some Crackdoid Factoids. Now, today's one, bear with me, is 18 pieces of history that your brain pictures wrong. These are courtesy of America's funnysite cracks.com. Now, at number 18, if you immediately think of tie-dye when you think of the hippie scene in the Haight-Ashbury neighbourhood in the 60s, think again. The forefathers of the hippie movement were definitely into long hair, but tie-dye wasn't a thing yet. They were also into vaguely South Asian designs. There you go. So the hippie movement didn't directly bring in the tie-dye thing. At number 17, the Victorians saw Christmas as a time to have a laugh. I mean, they were pretty serious people as well, you know. Their Christmas card art included stuff like a child stuck in a teapot, there you go, mice riding lobsters, or a clown with a poker attacking a policeman's butt. There we go. Imagine getting that in Victorian England. God, that's like, this is a tad funny. Ha ha ha. And number 16, Napoleon wasn't really that short. He was about 5'6", which is about the average height for men at that time. Or our very own James Harrington, who you can catch on Wednesday night with the Game Boys. Number 15, if you're picturing Easter Island statues as disembodied heads, you're picturing them wrong. They're full-body sculptures, just mostly buried in the hillside. And it's actually on purpose as well. All right, we're going to have some more of those Crackdoid Factoids coming up this afternoon here on the Ritchie J Show. It's time for a word from one of our sponsors, though, here at Smile Radio. Now, don't forget, if you're interested in sponsoring a show or getting involved with an advert here at Smile Radio, hit up Richard Harrison via email, richard@smileradio.co, and he will get back to you ASAP and, see what we can do for you. Again, we're all about independent business and everything like that. So, yeah, this is College Grove Nursery, one of our sponsors here at Smile Radio.
College Grove Nursery in Wakefield has been providing the highest standard of childcare for over 22 years. Situated on Eastmore Road, we are close to the M1 and M62 motorway network and also convenient for Wakefield City Centre, schools and major places of employment. For more details, check out our website at www.collegegrovenursery.co.uk or give us a call on 01924 200 120 to arrange a visit. College Grove, a special nursery which takes a hand, opens a mind and touches a heart.
Yeah, there you go. College Grove Nursery. Go give them a check out if you're looking for childcare in the West Yorkshire area, you know. Anyway, it's time for some of the more music.
The hits just keep on coming.
This is Smile Radio. That's right. Next up on the list is Out of Use. This is by Calva Louise.
Let me get an inch of what you want. I reached you and you took my hand, kissed my cheek again, knocked me off my feet. Grateful I will be, fulfill your deal. Give it back to me. I promised to not cheat and be complete inside. Why can't you get that? I wanna feel used. Don't let me go back. I've got too much to lose. Why can't you get that? I wanna feel used. I don't wanna be like you. Nobody knows if it's true. Why don't we come just to do? I just wanna feel the use. Let me get an inch of what you wanna reach. Are you satisfied? Is this that. I wanna feel the used to let me go back. I got so much to lose. Why can't you get that? I wanna feel the used to let me go back. I got so much to lose. Why can't you get that? I wanna feel the used to let me go back. I got so much to lose. Why can't you get that? I wanna feel the used to let me go back. I got so much to lose. Why can't you get that? I wanna feel the used, but don't wanna be like you. Nobody knows if it's
There you go, that was Don't Panic Stephen by the Bad Hombres. Before that was Out of Use by Calva Louise from the album Rhinoceros. Welcome back. We're going to be doing them Crackdoid Factoids at number 14. If planning a trip to Egypt, don't expect your views of the pyramids of Giza to be all just like the desert and pyramid. Giza is a modern city and the Great Pyramids are right in the middle of it. You can even get a great view of the pyramids from inside Pizza Hut. At number 13, Jurassic Park's velociraptors are actually missing their feathers. The real velociraptor was the size of a turkey with the fully feathered wings. Michael Crichton's favourite creatures were more like a predator named the Delnochius. Man, I hate dinosaur names that I can't pronounce. Really grinds my gears, y'all. At number 12, the Taj Mahal is one of the 7 wonders of the world, a representation of paradise and a symbol of love. However, the nearby banks of the Yamuna River are covered in garbage, which creates a perfect ground for insects to thrive. Slime and air pollution are slowly damaging the mosaics and the marble surface of the monument. We have got more of those crackdoid factoids coming up in the next 45 minutes of the show here at Smile Radio with Ritchie J. In the meantime, we've got some more music because I have got a jam-packed action playlist for you today. This is Tree Boy and Ark and Plastic Front. and Ark with Plastic Front there. Great little rock track this afternoon. Now, if you're into your alternative rock, don't forget you can catch a Codfather live on Fridays 1 till 2 p.m. on Smile Radio. Also, this Sunday evening, you can catch him with his interview with Marino da Silva, the rock legend, that they did down in London. That will be airing from 9 p.m. on Sunday evening here on Smile Radio. So, yeah, catch it on air from, 9 p.m. Something to watch out for this week. And, there's always there's always something to watch out for here on Smile Radio anyway. Now, don't forget, coming up at 3 o'clock is the Britpop Brigade with Farnsey Kensington. At 4 p.m. is Rich Harrison with The Drive Time. At 6 p.m. is I'm Back with the Unsigned Playlist, playing you the best undiscovered music from around the world and a little bit of our featured artists as well. So yeah, stay tuned for more of that. We're going to have a bit more music and then we'll get back to them Crackdoid Factoids because we've got 40 minutes left of the show. So this is I Saw in the Jinx and On an Island.
Hot
smokers, body shamers, amateur actors, Instagram famous. Vagrant method, social climate, surface dwellers on an island. On an island! On an island! On an island! On an island! I can't believe the things I've seen. I can't believe the things that I've seen. By the lack of empathy, the multi-filled century. Part-time smokers, body shamers, empty actors, Instagram famous. Vegan method, social climate, surface dwellers on an island. Island! On an island! On an island! On an island! Empty vessels, ages, faces, vacant eyeballs, familiar phrases. That's a tongue so insincere, false intention through a screen. Shaded watchers are the way, to them to notice, to them to care. Architecture, modern lifestyle, isolated marketing exercises. Part-time smokers, body shamers, amateur actors, Instagram famous. Vegan method, social climate, surface dwellers on an island. Island! On an 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 island!
everlasting.
Hilma Nicolaisen and Only Me there. Before that was I Saw in the Jinx and On an Island. Welcome back, it's the Ritchie J Show here for the last half hour here on Smile Radio, bringing you the best new music, alerts and best chat and everything else in between, you know. Right, we're doing them factoids. I kind of lost track of myself a little bit because we did the double play. And I had one of them irritating phone calls that happened again. I'm sick of getting these call centre phone calls while I'm in the middle of doing my show. I'm going to start hooking my phone up and then just basically butchering them on radio, I think. But at number 11, Vikings did not wear horned helmets. Carl Emil Dapler is the main culprit behind this notion. He included horned helmets as part of his costume design for the performance of Der Ring des Nibelungen, and then it just kind of stuck. At number 10, 1 in 4 cowboys were African American. In the aftermath of the Civil War, being a cowboy was one of the most popular professions among former slaves. Although they still faced discrimination, they were well respected among other cowboys, which is great. There's a little bit of history that even I didn't know there, and I've learned something new today. At number 9, when you experience art through computer screens and printed reproductions, you often get a false sense of the visual scale that is part of the historical works. Size and everything and that. And number 8, gladiator fights weren't a glory free-for-all, but had strict rules and referees. One gladiator's tombstone inscription complains that a bad referee call actually killed him. There you go, the more you know. We're getting historical today, absolutely loving it. You might have to do these historical ones a little bit more often. I do love a bit of history. Who doesn't love history, right? Because it's the way that we learn from our mistakes. Hint, hint message. Anyway, here's the next track. This is Cameo, Habitat, and How I Knew You.
Can I come for the ride? Because I'm going down now.
Sorry. At number 7, surgery during the Civil War was not painful as typically depicted. In fact, 95% of surgical procedures involved anesthesia by the use of chloroform. I've seen this video quite recently where somebody tried to test chloroform and was like, it doesn't work, and then they did it. Like a couple of seconds later, boom! Hit the deck, At number 6, the iconic migrant mother photo isn't a lucky snapshot. Dorothy Lange carefully composed the image for the greatest impact on the viewer. And at number 5, because of black and white photography, Victorian and Edwardian clothing is the most often thought of depicted as black, white, grey and brown. But they were actually really colourful. There's an autochrome photo on this article, that very early colour photography technique from 1914, and it shows a group of ladies in playful, vivid hues, and they're in like green and blues and maroons, and there's one in white with a blue hat, and it's very vivid colours. It's kind of like it's like it's got a filter on it, to be fair, when you look at the picture, but that's like old age photography. When colour come in, it kind of looks like it has that sort of painted-esque sort of colour to it, doesn't it? And I kind of love that about old photography. They kind of have that sort of almost painted edge to them. Anyway, we've got the final ones coming up very shortly in the next 25 minutes, because I want to get through my playlist today, because yesterday I didn't get through to do it, and we've got the music in there from yesterday as well as the music in here today. And the next one on the list is a new release. This is by Drenge, and this is thanks to RGM. I saw this, they posted a review about it, and this is called Strange Creatures from their recently released album, Strange Creatures.
Desert, find you on the forest floor. I could find you in a nightclub, but I don't go there anymore. Can we put it to bed, or can we put it to rest? I'm too tired tonight. I'm gonna sleep outside with all my
Strange Creatures there by Drenge from their new album, Strange Creatures. At number 4, samurai used guns and were proud of it. When firearms were introduced to Japan, many samurai and the men started using guns to replace bows as their main weapons. Using guns among samurai was not always considered a dishonorable act. In fact, guns later evolved to become a status symbol among samurai. See, I never knew that. I always thought, well, I mean, you've got Bushido, which is the art of the blade, I think, if I can remember rightly. And then, yeah, I didn't realise that they actually did use guns all that much. Because, you know, you figure, like, Tenchu Stealth Assassin, I grew up with those sort of games and that you know, samurai were almost like ninja with sword, and it was all about the art of the blade, and not so much like, you know, you had like archers and stuff. But yeah, guns. Wow, interesting fact there. At number 3, cowboys of the Wild West typically wore bowler hats. Stetson-style cowboy hats were popularized at the end of the 19th century. And at number 2, cavemen didn't really live in caves. Rather, there's evidence that prehistoric humans spent most of the year hunting in the wilds, hunkering in caves only during the winter season. Caves just preserve artifacts, obviously, a little bit better than, you know, being out into the weathers and stuff. Anyway, speaking of biblical stuff, here's Moses. This is the River Thames.
On the River Thames, on the River Thames, I wanna get you. On the River Thames, silly points of view, wanna change the world from this tiny place, dreams forgotten slums, satellite this big, rules of irony, do you think it's fair, present bother me, on the River Thames.
on the River Thames there. That was by Moses. Welcome back. It's the Ritchie J Show here for the final 15 minutes of the show, so I best tell you what number one Cractoid factoid is of today. Pirates' loot was mostly stuff like food and fabric, which they almost never stashed in buried chests. Burying that loot would ruin it. And anyway, pirates just wanted money for women and booze right away. It's kind of true though, isn't it? You don't really like... you're plundering and pillaging and that. You're doing it for the night, innit? You're getting ready to go for a night out, not like put it in a buried plot of land and leave it there. I mean, Pablo Escobar was kind of on the subject with that, but even now people are digging up his money and he's not around to spend it, is he? You know what I mean? So it's one of those. It's crazy. Why would you bury your cash? One of those, isn't it? Right, yes, so that's the number one fact for today. Don't forget, I'll be back tomorrow with the same, well, not the same, but with some new Cractoid factoids and some more awesome new music and a new featured artist tomorrow here at Smile Radio. Don't forget, stay after 3 p.m. for the Britpop Brigade here with Fonzie Kensington playing the best Britpop. Independent and stuff that you know, to give you a bit of a mix. And don't forget, you can catch Richard Harrison from 4 p.m. with the drive time, taking your requests from 5 p.m. Anyway, here's some Dirty Eyes. This is Nocturnal Animal. This is by Nocturnal Animals.
Heavy eyes, I'm waiting outside with a tangled line, dipped inside a glass of fear and wine. I'm waiting for the sight of dirty eyes. Miss Danger Life, she's got a way with boys that seems to shine. A succubus, not only a fear of mine. I'm trapped inside a room with dirty eyes. Tell me how it seems I'm in too deep. I'm barely breathing, no, she's not mine to please. Lock me up inside, throw me away, lather me up when we're okay. Dirty eyes, eyes, dirty eyes, eyes, dirty, dirty eyes. Her breath is like an evil spell that can hypnotize, creates a pulse that electrifies. I'm trapped inside a room with dirty eyes. So tell me how it seems I'm in too deep. I'm barely breathing, no, she's not mine to please. Lock me up inside, throw me away, lather me up when we're okay. Dirty eyes, eyes, dirty eyes, eyes, dirty, dirty eyes.
That one there was Dirty Eyes by the Nocturnal Animals. And so it's come to be that another Ritchie J show has come to close, I'm afraid. So yeah, to wrap up today, I'd like to say thank you to everybody that's taken the time to have a listen in this afternoon. I do appreciate the time that it takes to have a listen to the music and have a listen to me, obviously, gasbag about random nonsense most of the time. But yeah, please do keep listening to Smile Radio. Smile Radio is the home of the best independent new music, featured artist, everything like that as well. And yeah, you can catch me again tomorrow, 1 till 3 p.m, same bat time, same bat channel. And to wrap up today, we're going to have some Like You. This is by the Cover Sets. So you have yourself a fantastic Tuesday, and I will catch you on Wednesday.
I'd rather be chasing you. I'd rather be chasing you. Oh, you. I saw some girl last night. I thought that she looked fine. She wore her hair like you do. I just wish it was you.